So what are we gonna call our open mic that you're gonna be promoting soon, Abigail? What are we gonna call it?
I thought you already came up with the name. I already did the artwork.
Did I come up with a name? Were we just gonna
He
call it the
does
Bill Murray?
nothing.
Was I
He
gonna
does
call?
nothing except just supply the room.
What are you
We
talking
do the
about? No, 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 no,
posters.
no, no. It's a
We do
macho
the
saloon.
fucking...
No, it's
No,
I'm doing
wait,
a
this is
yeah,
in Chicago.
yeah.
Bond, they're saying your job is to have a premium Zoom account.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, it is. No, Dawn's job. See, now Dawn's just fallen into the the character that I've given her. That's the problem. You just become so good at gaslighting that the gas of the light becomes reality. So
You should call your mic shit piss fart. Be a good name for a mic.
well, see, so I talked to a guy in Chicago, a bar that I'm gonna start an open mic here, and just to get people to come to it, I'm gonna have Abigail post about it in the Chicago comedy group. Yeah. So
It's very smart.
So I don't know if I should
It's
call
very
it the Abigail will definitely be here open mic or the.
Eventually, you'll just buy me a train ticket, and I'll come and actually do the show.
Yeah, so that'll be the gag. You'll be like you'll show up, but like once a month or something.
Yeah, I'm down for sure.
Yeah, I think you should call the mic the gaslighting alternative. You should call it diesel.
Do you? But you don't. We didn't
I got
replace. We
The
didn't
diesel
replace.
mic.
The lantern.
But we didn't replace gaslights with diesel.
Ooh.
We replaced it with electricity.
That has a nice ring to it.
Dude, I wanna live in that steampunk universe.
Right? We
Over
went
matching
more
friends.
hardcore. It got more pollution. Like that would smell so bad, wouldn't it? Like diesel
That would smell bad.
diesel street lamps.
You guys want to hear something fucking wild? So I'm part of this Connecticut comedy group by some guy who hired me to do a podcast, and Lloyd Legacy is in that group where they just. Do you know Matt Heath, Lloyd?
I've never met him, but I've heard his name.
How the fuck are you in that group?
He's everywhere.
Connecticut
I'm
comics.
I'm only there to try to keep up with mics and shows down there, and every now and then they'll post about actual mics and shows, and the rest of it just confuses me, and I try to stay out of it.
All right, that's fair.
Informational. The gossip, don't need it.
It was just very funny to like see your name pop up. I'm like, what the fuck?
So, Devin, have you paraded into a restaurant with your entitled vaccine passport yet? Going, I'm so lucky to be here. Aren't you glad I'm not Dawn, the unvaccinated, unable to go to the restaurants and the bars? Have you done that yet?
I was doing that weeks ago.
But I was also doing that weeks ago.
What's
I
that?
was also doing that weeks ago, but I'm not allowed to do that no more.
Okay.
You're banned for different reasons.
Yeah, so British Columbia implemented a vaccine passport.
I live in New York. We have that too.
Yeah, so it's really just like false sense of security to hurt small businesses because the employees do not need to be vaccinated, but the patrons do. Yeah, I'll let you sit on that. And
I didn't know
can go
Alex Jones was
to-
gonna be here today.
It's hilarious, right? I am the new Alex. No, he's hilarious. I am Alex Jones. Wait, what did he say? Oh my God, Joe Rogan's not stupid. You're stupid. That was the best thing.
That's pretty good.
In this big ass fucking rant about how ivermectin works. He was like, "Yeah, you think we're stupid? I'm fucking rich. You
What
think
does
Joe
it say, like,
Rogan's stupid? You're
85%
stupid."
85% of people are vaccinated. Like 23% are now dewormed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Uh-huh.
There was a meme, and I can't find it anymore, but it was my favorite thing, and it was like people like after one dose of ivermectin, and it was like a compilation of that horse girl who knows how to like
Oh,
run like a
God,
horse.
no.
And it was funny. I don't know why I didn't like save it immediately, but I've been looking for it on Facebook for like a week. I can't find
Professor
it.
Bottle Service.
Dude,
So
the
somebody,
truth
like,
is funnier
right.
though.
Together.
Do you know what happens? Like, what's happening to those people? Have you guys heard about that?
Oh, they're
No.
like overdosing, right? Like so, like what? It's
So
it's a-
okay, so like when you
They-
overdose on it, the way that it gets rid of worms is it basically makes your intestines more slippery, so the worms
Oh,
come out. And
oh,
so all the people who are taking the horse doses, that is not the same as the human doses.
oh!
Not the same as the human doses.
They're shitting all of their shit.
Horses are gigantic.
Yes,
Not
Oh
the same
my
size as
God.
a human.
yes.
So when you overdose on it, apparently it causes you. I guess it's not a prolapse. It's just your fucking intestines come out of your ass.
Yeah,
Yes.
all of
Yeah,
them
that's
come
true.
out.
Because it's not the anus. The anus doesn't come out. It's not a.
It's
not a
everything else. The
prolapse.
anus is the thing that's holding
It's the
strong.
actual
It's
intestines
everything
that
else.
This would be a great time to start the stream, just FYI. Like, this would
Oh,
have
send,
been,
send me a
the
link.
best
I want to. I
fucking-
want to know that is happening to people. Because
Oh my god, it's so
Actual-
gross.
That is hilarious.
They just shat all of their shit. They literally,
I
yeah,
feel like
it's so
we should have
gross.
started the mic like 2 minutes ago, so we could have started with that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
That's
too
where I'm
bad.
at.
Too bad I wasn't streaming the whole time. Welcome to the Hot Mess Open Mic. Welcome to the Hot Mess Open Mic. We do the hot mess. We're gonna hot mess it. It's gonna be good. We're gonna mess it all in the heart of the mess of Mike.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll start.
wow.
I'll start spotlighting people. I'll start-
Devin, go fuck yourself.
Why could I avoid?
Oh man.
How-
yeah,
how's everybody doing?
I
How
was
are you guys
imagining.
all-
I was imagining all of because like
Oh,
he was saying
shit,
like
hang on.
he was saying horse size and then like it makes your intestines soft. I'm like, oh no, it's meant to make like horse size intestines soft, and if it makes the humans one soft, then it's like sponges coming out of your asshole. It's like a spongy tube just falling out. Oh no.
I'm sure your food doesn't even like process in your stomach. Like I'm sure it's that bad.
But just think about it. It's just all these all these cowboy motherfuckers. Just imagine all these cowboy oil rig motherfuckers on the ground in their bathroom with a pink tail coming out of their ass. A big wet
the guys
fucking
who
pink
work on
tail.
oil rigs have real jobs.
I mean, listen, if I was a furry, that would be
I meant
my
the ones who run the oil rig, not the guys who work it.
Yeah.
Guys who
the big
ro-
fat guy running
yeah.
the oil rig will definitely do some like weird Trump shit.
Guy who works an oil rig does not wear cowboy shit while he's working.
Like the guy who works on the oil rig isn't getting the vaccine, but he's also never taking ivermectin.
Joe Rogan got upset he was bullied for this. He got
God.
upset he was bullied for taking a stool softener made for a fucking horse.
we have to bully Dawn now that she has her
horses are mad about
headphones
getting
back
bullied
in.
People
by Joe
suffering, like,
Rogan for
here.
their drugs.
Hey, no, Joe Rogan shouldn't be bullied. He's a genius.
Dawn, what kind of
He was
saloon?
the fear factor.
What kind of saloon car are you sitting in, Dawn? You're like you got knife marks on the ceiling. Like what is that? Did you
Yeah,
release
oh,
a
yeah,
bobcat
yeah.
back
This-
there?
Sex life.
No, this is a vehicle that I tried to escape from when Jay abuses me.
Oh,
So
okay.
Those are all of my like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But this is a good podcast
Oh,
angle. I
Jay's
want
the
if we
abuser.
when we do turn this into a podcast, I want this to be your angle every week. Because it's funny, because it's like you're in the back of your beat up like Texas Chainsaw Massacre car, like you're about to pull a gun out of your vagina and shoot yourself.
Well,
It's
you know,
awesome.
You guys gave me so much shit for having a fucking old Volvo that I had to sell it and downgrade to the garbage that I am.
Why? Why'd you
No, you're
sell
right.
it?
No, let her know her place, Bon.
Yeah.
Let her know her place.
I mean, the
I
garbage
I don't
is
think they were
still
saying
in.
Volvo.
Sell your vulva.
Oh,
Yeah, so if anyone else has any weird ass news stories they want to drop the article link to in the
No.
chat, let me know.
AOC has a great ass.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, I mean,
Nikki,
duh, but like, why isn't that in the
Kevin's
news?
Swell up.
I think she was wearing a dress that was controversial, and
Because
I
it makes her look hot?
whenever there's an ass in front of my face.
Is it because
but
it makes her look hot? Is that why it was controversial?
Yeah, I think she was just too hot to make a statement. You know what I mean?
AOC do I type AOC ass or dress?
Just dress, AOC dress. I think that would work.
Oh, the
And I
Met?
just realized
Oh,
that
come
I'm-
on. Dude, if you're at the Met, you better fucking go at it. What are you talking about? That is the place I want to see your ass. Oh, yeah. I guess I'll screen share it.
Yeah, no, everyone knows what I'm talking about. You were the
Not
only
me.
one-
I didn't look it up. I don't fucking scum the dresses at the Met Gala. Like, come on, guy. Oh, that's good. I like it.
That's a nice dress.
I'm a fan of this dress.
It is.
And the
It is a
message.
good dress.
We should tax the rich. And she's right.
We should tax the rich.
But does she want to get taxed personally?
No,
Yeah,
she
if she's
doesn't.
rich.
No, she doesn't.
Okay, actually, so
Politics
I need
are
to rearrange this fucking
I haven't eaten today, and I'm
list a
just
little.
drinking tall boy. So we'll see how this show goes, guys. Who's up first, Don?
Abigail, put on headphones. I will fucking murder you.
Do it.
Put on headphones.
What are you, my first?
I
door
will. I
neighbor?
will ask Stephen Wolf where you live.
He doesn't know where I live.
He's not a good enough stalker. He's too dumb for life.
He literally. You know what?
He's too dumb for
We-
life. You better put on headphones during this next set. Who's up first, Don? What are we doing?
Okay, so Gregory is, as always, needy and needs to be a hard out in 45 minutes. So I'm going to rearrange this list a little if people don't mind. But up first is Henry.
Come on down to the hot mess, Henry Boulogne.
Shit. I didn't even open my timer up. Oh man. What's up, everybody? Good morning. There we go. Get situated. Good morning. How's everyone doing today? Did anybody eat a banana today? Did you guys eat a
No.
banana today?
No.
No one? No one ate a banana today?
No.
My mom.
I feel like it's every American's duty to eat a banana every day. You have to eat it. If you're an American, you have to eat a banana every day. Because we fucked up a lot of countries so that you can have a banana every day. like 10 countries are just in terrible condition for that banana. So don't let it rot. I'm really worried about Texas right now. Like I'm really scared for them. I feel like they're in a bad situation. Like, the US just pulled out of Afghanistan. They're a bunch of religious fundamentalists. They live in an arid climate. They're sitting on top of a bunch of oil. Like, you guys do the math. Any day now. All I'm saying is if you're in Texas, if you see a drone overhead, do not go into a school or a church or a hospital. They really like those things. What else? Yeah. Vietnam 2 was pretty good. A little bit long. I felt like 20 years was a little bit long for a war. I am still going to see Vietnam 3. I'm excited about it. Usually the third one's a little bit better. What if we just went back tomorrow? Like, what if Joe Biden came out tomorrow and held a press conference and he's just like, "We're back, baby," and he just like throws a dart at a map behind him? Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be perfectly normal for this country that we live in? Is it okay for white guys to crip walk yet?
Yeah,
Is that culturally acceptable at this point?
do it.
Oh man, in my high school we called it sea walking because you weren't allowed to say crip, and I just thought it meant like SEA walking, like you did like a jaunty pirate jig. Yeah, I found out the hard way when I got jumped that it was not. Yeah, I got jumped by a bunch of pirates who were not cool about it. Where I went to school, we used to play against this football team from a place called West Monroe. Abigail will know this one.
Yeah.
West Monroe is an interesting school because their football team is called the Rebels, and their logo is a Confederate flag. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you never seen a black kid get CTE while wearing a
Yeah.
Confederate flag on the side of his head, it is technically a hate crime, from what I'm told. Yeah, they did actually. You know, they're the West Monroe Rebels. Their mascot is technically a Confederate soldier who waves a giant Confederate flag, and they did get in trouble. And the last time I visited Louisiana, actually, they had changed the name of the team. Finally, they had done something about it. Now they're called the Cleveland Indians. I feel like the Indians could have gotten away with it if it wasn't for that logo. Like they could have been the Cleveland Indians for a long time. If it was like that logo is insane. It's like a racist cartoon from the 30s. Like, are you kidding me? He's got like big buck teeth and shit. Like, that's out of control. The Redskins have like the opposite problem. Like it's a very, dignified picture of a Native American man. He looks very austere on the side of the helmet. And then just right underneath that, Redskins. Like, like that's fucking okay. I don't think the solution is to get rid of him though. I think they should just balance it out, Like instead of getting rid of the teams that are offensive, just like come up with some offensive teams for white people. Like I think we can keep all those teams if we make Boston change the name of all of their sports teams to the Boston Racists.
Yes.
That's it. I've been Henry Pullen. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for coming to the Hot Mess. Thanks for coming to the Hot Mess open mic.
I
Abigail.
was at work.
Headphones don't need to have a mic in them. They help with audio quality because your computer isn't fighting to filter out all of if I could punch you through that monitor. Oh my god.
I
You'd
was
pay
at
me.
work
You'd pay me.
yesterday.
Oh my god.
I need to remember this because it's in
With me,
relation.
with me.
It's in relation to Henry's thing. I was at work yesterday. I work in the downtown east side.
Hot riff.
Where do you work, Dawn?
I work at the Cannabis Culture Lounge. Hell yeah. So
Why do you
I
need to
work.
get fired?
Why?
You're not vaccinated.
That's hilarious.
Thank you.
No.
What are you? No, not a rest of the
Eating in the
story.
middle of a joke.
She's given up.
Well, you better not be purging this early in the morning.
Like it's really important. I gotta say this. Let me shove food in my mouth. Yeah, that's what's really
You
matters.
think we could get her to throw up
Yeah.
on camera? Let's just
I've
keep trying to make her.
done that like several times on this mic. It's been a
Best
while
jokes
though.
are the ones where someone eats a donut hole in the middle.
So I'm standing outside Victory Square, which is like a really popular hangout for indigenous people and like a lot of the downtown east side residents who
Sure.
are like higher risk, homeless, dealing with addictions. But they're just minding their own business, doing their thing. So yesterday I was at work and I went downstairs to get a sandwich. And then this guy is like, yeah, man, I love standing out here. I stand out here all the time. I'm like, yeah? I was like, yeah, it's a really great like view, man. It's a cool place. And he's like, yeah, man, my favorite thing is to watch all those dumb drunk Indians get like into fights with each other at the park. And I was like, you said that like so casually that I'm not even sure that you're living like in the same world. So just anyway, point is just because you're not in just because I'm not in the U.S. doesn't mean that we don't have like those fucking.
Did you ask him which Indians he meant, or did you just walk away?
I was like, I was like, have a great day, dude, and then I went back to work because I didn't like. What do you say to that?
You say,
honestly,
do you mean indigenous people or like the snake charmers? Like
Dude, we
you
don't
ask,
even fucking
God.
know.
you ask him
Vaughn,
to
do
clarify.
you see a lot of like Punjabi guys getting into fistfights with each other in front of gas stations? Like,
Yeah, you
I want to
don't.
live in your world.
Welcome to Chicago. Like, what are you doing?
here was the like it's shooting with the Punjabi people. and fighting with fists with indigenous people. So you need to at least get your stereotypes right. Like you
Yeah.
just have to. If you're gonna use them, you got to get it right. Not racist.
Who gets it
Yeah.
right every time? Who's up next?
Amira does get it right every time. I'm
Wait.
like fake. But
Amira is so done with this already.
Amira,
She's
that
like,
better not be your child. I
She keeps-
swear to
she
God.
keeps coming
heard.
back. I don't know. Like sometimes I wonder, like, what? Like, is she just doing it for the practice?
She
or, like,
wants
does
to
she
have an
actually
orgy
like
with
this
you
shit?
too. Are you guys that like daft?
Amira?
She wants to
Oh my
tongue
God.
you two in like a weird
Okay.
whatever thing.
Amira, we'll figure out the father situation. You and I both want kids. We'll find a sperm donor. We'll get married. We'll have the most socially awkward children in the world. Let's do this.
This all checks out. This kind of checks out.
She's like,
Why do you guys want kids?
oh, because I'm stupid.
Every time I
Yeah,
hang out
okay.
with my sister's kids, I kind of think like second think it or whatever.
Oh no, I love kids. They're the best.
You know who doesn't make child soldiers? Amira!
Recording in progress.
Okay, that's a great intro. It's getting better every week. All right, how is everyone? All right, cool.
Yeah.
My therapist told me to ask, but I don't care. We're working on the caring. All right, so I actually tried to get 2 days of therapy a week, and then it was Labor Day, so she had Monday off, and then it was just one day, and then she's like, I can't medically, like, suggest that we meet twice a week because you don't really need it. And I'm like, but I'm so lonely. Please talk to me. All right, you guys knew that already. There was no shock value in that. All right, let's try some good stuff. So, have you guys ever thought about how DJ Khaled would be when he was a kid? Excuse me. Okay, so his mom would be like, you gotta eat all your vegetables. And he was like, not another one.
Oh my God.
Okay. So I keep pretending I have cavities or tooth pain because I want to go see my dentist. He's super hot, and I like it when he caresses my face. Yeah. So I just put like, he's like, what's this in your mouth? And he'd be like, oh, I'll be like, that's my number. Call me. I get my numbers mixed up. So good thing I'm not a doctor, because I would be like, okay, so I just injected 30 milliliters of insulin, and they'd be like, you're only supposed to inject 3. What are you doing? I'll be like, okay, so you need to come back in 30 days. And be like, I regret to tell you, you only have 3 days to live. What? I mean, 3 years. Sorry. I did work at a bank as a teller, and I lost like $3,000 or $30. I don't know. And like the guy that robbed us actually saved my life. So not my life, my job. They're about to like have a meeting and fire me, but then he came and distracted them. So that was really good. And he was hot too, but I got his numbers mixed up in my phone. All right. So you know how like when you take the train, a lot of people avoid standing near the door. I like to stand right in the middle of the doors. So if there's a hot guy, we can lock eyes and fall in love. And if he's not hot, at least I get attention because I'm the middle child. So I was doing a Zoom mic on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. And this guy is like, does anyone have anything to promote? And I'm like, yes, I think this is the perfect audience to promote my new show, Wednesday nights. He asked me not to come back, but I'm busy anyway. So when you're Muslim, your favorite dating app is the no-fly list?
No.
Okay. I let my nephew borrow my debit card, and I told him, well, he thought he knew my password, and he said it didn't work. And I'm like, it's it's the day that I make your mom make me strawberry cheesecake and that I cry because I'm older and don't have children or a man in my life. And he's like, oh yeah, July 4th, 1989. I need to change my password. I keep telling everybody. Not that you're gonna get my debit card and be able to buy stuff, but yeah. Okay, so my ex and I, we decided to just stay friends, but he kept flirting with me. And I'm like, you can't have your cake and eat me too. Okay. Okay. So my sister asked me how my last date went, and I was like, it was super boring. We didn't get along. And she was like, are you gonna see him again? I don't see why not. Still need to eat, right? Oh, there's 18 things in the comments. Are any of them the light? Oh, right.
No.
Just
Okay.
ignore them.
No.
Okay, so everything has its place. Skunks eat decaying flesh. Rats eat garbage. Dating apps keep me crying. And my therapist in business. All right, Jesus Lover 2 followed me on Instagram, but I follow Islam on Instagram, so I can't follow them back. That's not good. Okay, so I was talking to my dad after he came back 2 months in Jordan, and he said it was super annoying and disturbing in Jordan because they have like these ice cream trucks, but also trucks that sell other things like kerosene and potatoes. So every 2 hours, yeah, there's just like a guy with a megaphone. He'd be like, get your ice cream, potatoes, kerosene. And so it was really like annoying. And then he came back, and then I started talking to him about my dating life. And he just like, every time I said anything, he'd just be like grabbing his heart. He'd be like, oh, my heart. And my sister's like, you should stop talking. And I was like, oh, he's almost done. I mean, I'm almost done. So yeah, he just wanted to go back. And he's like, you know what? I need to get some more kerosene. I'm going to go back to Jordan. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so he wanted to come back in 1 month, but the airline said there were no flights until 2 months. So American Airlines is officially my favorite airline. Thank you. Bye.
Recording stopped.
Thank goodness. I'm so scared.
Next for coming to the hot mess. Get all hot and messy at the mic with your coffee, Bill Burrell. That's not
I'm
coffee.
drinking. It is.
Hey, that's
It's
not
so cold
coffee.
Steve Austin coffee.
That'd be really. It'd be even funnier if you had the PBR hard coffee. Like I'd die.
Those aren't bad.
They're not actually that bad, actually.
Smash that can on your head when you're
No.
Do it.
She doesn't know how to do it the right way. There's a way to like pretend you're doing it, and there's a way to do it the wrong
You won't
way.
know what the wrong way is until she does it.
Exactly.
Stop it, guys.
You gotta prime it up a little bit. You gotta give it a little massage. You
on.
can't
I
just
thought you liked to be roughed up, Abigail.
not by herself. Jinx. Jinx. Jinx.
Well, you know, how are you supposed to tell a guy or a woman what you like if you haven't abused yourself first? God, you guys are just really
Because
No,
what if-
because my parents already did it, Dawn.
Because what if I'm into
I
knife
didn't have
play?
those.
Form of abuse.
What if I'm into knife play and I don't know how deep to cut? You know, like
Yeah, you just gotta try again.
God,
Anyway.
all right,
guys, I am
Dawn,
being horny.
Dawn,
What is happening?
Dawn, you love suicide. Dawn, you love suicide. So like,
Oh, I love it.
if you were, if the mood was right, would you like say you wanted to do it like now-ish? Would you hold off and wait until Halloween to like make it more ghoulish? Like, would you be able to have that kind of like patience to like one up your own suicide?
Look, I have patience, okay? I have patience every day that I'm like, oh, yeah, no.
You call
I
that
haven't beaten
patience?
My own
No.
mom's record
Oh.
yet. No, oh, no, my kids aren't 14 yet. Not time to go.
Why
have
14?
'Cause
What?
that's when my mom left me, so I just need to beat her.
I feel like you need to
To
do
be a
it
better mom.
beforehand.
What?
You gotta beat her, okay?
No, don't beat.
So
No,
I just need to be a better mom than her.
yeah.
So I need to get my kids
Okay,
like
fine.
older than 14.
Motherfucker, commit suicide when they moved out of the house. Like, do it like a cat lady would. Like just do like let your cats consume you.
Look, speaking of cat lady, look at you. Look at Weezy.
Oh, but Danny's a cat lady person. Who's up
Yeah.
next? You
Up
guys keep
next.
sassing in the chat. I don't know who's up next
Can you
anymore.
put it in the chat, Dawn? Is that
She
possible
did.
for
I
you?
She
did.
did.
If you guys
Oh.
would read the chat.
But you just keep
No,
flirting in
I
the
just
chat
read-
so much.
I read the little quippets. I read the jokey jokes.
The quippets. The quippets.
Up next
Tonight on
is
Quippets.
my favorite punching bag. I do appreciate that you thought of me and wore a Vancouver shirt, although I think that's almost like a slap in the face.
It's a hate crime.
It is a hate crime. If I was in America and I saw you wearing a Vancouver shirt, I'd be like, yeah, fuck you, bitch.
He's gonna
Like if you come up here with a Texas shirt, people are gonna be like a little bit weird about it. A little bit weird.
Okay, so who
But-
is it?
Yeah, who's a little
It's
bitch?
Greg.
Oh.
Greg. Okay, okay. Oh,
Greg.
No, hold up. Don,
Oh,
you
shit.
can't roast him and not let me roast
I guess
him.
everyone
Where
has to do a round. Okay, tag in Abigail.
All right, awesome. All right, this motherfucker. He has kids, so he is technically a motherfucker. I cannot wait for him to bore us with all of his jokes and piss fetish.
No, but wait a second.
He
Actual
definitely
note.
has,
Actual
that's Why
note.
he keeps joking about it.
Actual note.
Well, no, he could be funnier.
Is he a motherfucker and a mother creator? Because like the first time he did it, he wasn't technically fucking a mother, but
Unless he had a miscarriage.
But okay, okay, got you. So then miscarriage doesn't count as becoming a mother, so it has to come out of the hole, and then he's a mother creator. So then after the first one, if he makes a second one, then he's a motherfucker. So if he has 3 kids, he's a real motherfucker, right? Is that how that works?
Yeah, he's
All right.
a real
motherfucker.
You know who's the realest motherfucker in this, Mike? Gregory Matthews. That's how you turn around, dude. That's how you heel turn. Thank me, bitch. Thank me.
Do I start now?
You're spotlighted. You can interrupt. You're a comedian.
Nope.
Have bravado.
The hardest part about this mic is figuring out when do I start. When are you guys done?
Never and always.
All right.
Never
It's been a few weeks, and I want to really lower the bar. Abigail, no piss fetish stuff today. I know some people are probably disappointed about that, but
Yeah.
I got some other stuff for you. So Japanese authorities, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Japanese authorities just ruled that Amazon Prime is a monopoly and it needs to be broken up. Unfortunately, when regulators tried to break it up, they found they couldn't do it because it was only divisible by 1 in itself.
Go fuck yourself.
Not Abigail. Not Abigail. Now, Abigail, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Greg, why would you open with your best joke? You know you're supposed to close with the best joke. And to that point, I say, point taken. That clearly is my best joke. But you're also probably thinking, can he tell that joke? Isn't that cultural appropriation? It's a little offensive, Greg. Well, I want to assure you that it's not cultural appropriation because I'm one of them. I know it's hard to tell just by looking at me, but I am a dad. That doesn't make any sense, does it?
I don't
All right.
think I can make it to October 31st, Vaughn.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God, I think
October
that's so
30th,
funny.
technically.
And no one even gets that. All right.
God.
Oh, Jesus.
So I love my kids with all my heart and soul and being from the first time I laid eyes on them. And I took them to a playground this morning, and while I was there, I had some epiphanies. For instance, with the same passion that I love my kids, I don't give a shit about yours. Your kids are little germ factories sneezing all over my kids, and in 5 to 7 days from now, I'm gonna have a goddamn sinus infection because your kid never learned how to cough into his sleeve. I really genuinely don't care about your kids. I also realize that the park is the best place to make new dad friends. I'm a dad, and dads don't have any friends, but the playground is a real meat market for dad friends. So I've been working on a few of my pickup lines. So if you guys don't mind, I'd like to run a few by you just to practice so that when I'm in the heat of the pickup, I don't screw these lines up. Here's one for you. Hey man, hey bro, that's a real nice shirt. What's it made of? Because it looks like dad friend material to me. Long pause to let it sink in.
Yeah.
Here's Here's another one I got for you. Hey man, hey bro. They all start with hey man, hey bro. Abigail, I enjoy watching Abigail suffer through this. Hey man, hey bro. Are you Google? Because you have everything I've been searching for. Children for my kids to play with, a love of craft beer, and a casual interest in sports. Let's hang out sometime and watch the Bulls. And if I ever like switch teams and decide to go gay and leave my wife, I've got this one stored away in my back pocket. Hey man, hey bro, I'm married to a woman, but if you got an extra diaper, I'd let you change me.
No.
Extra time. Extra time.
God.
That's just punishing all of us.
Oh my God, I'm my biggest fan. Like it's not even close. It's not even close. Okay, another. You gotta love yourself first. You can't love yourself. Another epiphany I had recently is that I hate apple picking. I went this weekend with my kids to Wisconsin, and I can go to the store and get a bag of apples for like $2. Or I can pay $20 to pick my own apples. I'm paying them more per hour to do work than they would have to pay someone to do the work. That's insane. But based on the business model of apple picking, I have a few business ideas to throw out there. So if you guys don't mind being like a Shark Tank panel for a second, I'd like to throw these ideas out there. What about drill your own gas? That could be fun for the kids. My personal favorite would be slaughter your own pork. And you could also take your kids to build their own toys. Actually, now that I mentioned that, that's just Build-A-Bear, isn't it? It's hard to be a dad, but actually it's all relative. Being a dad is way easier than being a mom. Do you know what it takes to be a good dad? Think about all the qualities it takes to be a good mom. This list is enormous. Here's the list of requirements to be a good dad. You need to be there.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. And just physically be there. You can be emotionally absent, and you're great. I was walking my kid in the stroller a few weeks ago, and someone walking the other way started clapping and said, "Good dad alert." And the worst part is that I actually thought I deserved it. That's how low the bar is for being a good dad. So thanks to all the deadbeat dads and absentee fathers for setting the bar so low for the rest of us. You're the real heroes. I'm Greg Matthews. Follow me on MySpace at FatGreggy.
Oh, Greg. Okay, I have to show you something, Greg, because you'll appreciate this as like a math guy. I'm a scientist and a math guy. So
This is my diaper joke.
Marshall comes home. Marshall's in the 7th grade this year. Okay, he
Okay.
comes home.
Open up your beers if you got them, guys. Jesus
He
Christ.
comes home
Christ, it's no.
a couple of days ago, and he's like, "Mom, I've got homework for you." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Yeah, my teacher told me to do to do this with you." I was like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Okay, so start with a billion and then write down how many like subsequent like numbers you know up to 32 past a billion or something. Like billion, trillion, quadrillion, all that shit." This is how far I got.
Where? What'd you write?
I didn't write a fucking thing. I wrote you got your names today.
I
I
thought
left
those.
that piece
I thought
of
those.
paper blank.
I thought those dashes
That's what I
were.
did.
I thought those dashes were Canadian numbers. I thought that's how you count. You just do. You just do lines.
No, that was Marshall. Like, here, write it down here. I was like, yeah.
Done.
Tell your teacher I'm too fucking stupid to do your.
No,
Wait,
no.
game.
What was the
Here's what
question?
you do to give a big old fuck you to the teacher. Here's what you do. Write down the number 1,000,000,001, 1,000,000,002, 1,000,003, 1,000,004, up to 1,032. That's 32 numbers above a billion.
No, but he wanted like what's like next. I don't know what's past a trillion, quadrillion. What's
It's
past
quadrillion.
quadrillion?
It's quadrillion, quintillion, septillion, nonillion. It's just like the months.
Oh
When do
my
we get to-
God, I don't care.
When do we get to Googleplex?
It's
I'm
just the
sorry,
names of a
Abigail,
bunch
but
of
when do
Roman
we
dudes.
get to Googleplex? I'm sorry, I had to mute her.
That's one followed
when do
by
we get to
Google
Google-
zeros.
100.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 1 followed by 100 zeros.
All right.
That's
If
Google,
anyone
a
hasn't,
Googleplex.
if anyone hasn't noticed, because of Greg's set, I've for the first time ever actually opened alcohol. So you know.
I don't have any alcohol. I told myself that I'm not going to drink.
Okay,
Since
don't.
I'm no longer allowed inside establishments that provide alcohol, I figure this is a great time to just like not drink.
Don,
I
you're
am
so
absolutely not
fucking
an
white. You
establishment.
think anyone gives a fuck that you're boycotting alcohol because you can't go into a bar? Go fuck yourself. No one cares,
Liquor store,
Don.
that's
No,
considered an
don't
essential
say that.
service.
God damn it.
I've never felt more on the same wavelength as Spawn until today. Like,
Go
I'm on Team
fuck
Don.
yourself.
I'm on Team Don.
oh no. We should have to get vaccinated, but like I
Are
don't
we
care.
picking teams?
Yeah, we're picking teams. This season, it's
I'm the middle child.
it's the blue cubes, it's the gold cubes, or the purple cubes. I think personally, I'm gonna go for gold cube because it looks shiny, but the blue cube it heals you, and that's like teamwork and stuff. But like, fuck teamwork. Am I right?
Cube.
Am I right?
I like purple. I like the purple.
Look,
Purple's
you guys
evil!
Don't know how smart I am. I am. Like,
Oh God.
Here I am.
Here we go. This week's
bringing
episode.
you two-
Wait a second.
bringing
Wait a
you
second. Let me
two
do the theme
together.
music. Let
I'm
me do the
bringing
theme
you
music.
two together.
Dawn.
You guys don't even know it.
Dawn, let me do the
Here
theme
you go.
music.
I've never been more on
Da da
the
da
playground
da
than
da da da
once.
da da
I did
da
that.
da. Dawn proves she's smart. Dawn proves she's smart. Anyways, who's next? God damn it.
Up next is the
Oh, I wanna
smartest
keep this
woman
going.
because she's
This is the
on
most fun I've
Team
had all week.
Dawn. She's
Who
on
is?
Team Dawn.
Who? Oh,
name's
Team Dawn.
Kathy.
Kathy's up.
Only
Love her.
because you're not
Kathy's
a
up.
comic.
Come on down, Kathy O'Brien, to the Hot Mess Open
Thank you
Mic.
so much, you good people. You good, funny
Love you,
people.
Kathy.
Oh, man. So, last night I was talking to my dear friend Scott, and I said, Rose, who is my daughter, and I went to trim with Karen, a mutual friend, the other day. And he thought that we went to trim her pubic hairs. And my friend, he's a total stoner. And I'm like, I figured he would know what I meant by trimming. And the weird thing was that he was really nonchalant about the fact that he thinks that I took my daughter to trim my friend's pubic hair. He was totally nonchalant about it. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, my father-in-law died last Monday. It's a pretty big loss for my family. And I told my husband I'll do the funeral arrangements, and I have no idea what I'm doing, but I've been pretty successful with this funeral, and so I'm trying to figure out. I want to speak about him at the funeral. I was very fond of him, and so I was thinking I would get up. I would get up at the funeral and say, Wayne O'Brien was a lawyer, and I've been working for lawyers for 25 years, and a whole lot of them are assholes, but he was a good one. He was a nice man for being a lawyer. And then I'll say, let's see. He was a brilliant and kind man, and exhibit A of how kind he was is that he put up with my pain in the ass mother-in-law. Yeah, she was a piece of work. One time they came over for dinner, and I said, I really wish I lived closer to my sister. And she jumps up from the table and says, what are we, chopped liver? And then she goes to the living room and sobs uncontrollably. And this is exhibit A of Wayne totally put up with that. And I think that my husband is a lot like his father because he totally puts up with me because my emotional Richter scale can go to 11. Um, so, yeah. Um, I don't know. Moving along. So the day after my father-in-law passed away, my son, who was very school resistant, he's like, I'm not going to school. He woke up like all last week. He woke up at 6 a.m., took a shower, made himself breakfast, and he was up and at him with going to school. And I'm like, Charles, are you on ecstasy? What is happening here? I think you might be on like happy camper supplements. I'm not sure, but this is really unusual for you. And anyway, um, I don't know what else I'm just, I've got a lot on my plate.
Are you high?
How much is on it?
I trimmed 2 days ago with my friends. So yeah. It was fun.
Not an
We had a
answer.
good time. My
Oh my
daughter was like, this is very meditational. And I said, yeah, it is. It's very meditational.
How
That
meditational
would
is
never have
it?
happened with my mother. Let me just say that. That would not have been a situation with my mother. But you know, it's all good. So I should end it there. Uh,
I'm just trying to I'm just trying to dare you into having your walk off line. You need like a catchphrase, like you like Fozzie Bear has Waka Waka. I think you need like
You know
Kathy
what?
out,
I think
motherfucker.
Bazingas is
Suck my
available.
dick, bitches.
I think
Bazingas.
if you...
No, stop. Whatever.
You all have a good night.
Everyone, put your suggestions for Kathy's catchphrase in the chat. Thanks for coming to the Hot Mess Open Mic. Pew 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 pew.
so much
Ad.
fun. I love this group.
We love you
Ad.
so much, Kathy.
We love you.
We really do.
Better. Okay.
Yeah,
We
what?
talk about you sometimes, Kathy.
Oh,
What do we say
Yes.
about her?
Oh no. Kathy reminds me of my mom. Like your dry sense of humor is very like exactly how my mom was growing up.
How
Oh,
dry
I think
is
you might
it?
you may
As
be around the age of my firstborn. So I can
25?
I'm sorry?
25?
She's 32.
I don't mean
And I didn't think you were old. Like I didn't totally. You have a very youthful look to
Don't
you.
look at me.
I
Look
totally
at Kathy's
didn't.
line and then look at mine.
But you just remind me of someone that could be my daughter. And Louis Pollock, who was a comedian, Mike host, I told him I would be his second mother. So Abigail, I can be your second mother.
Oh yeah, no, I hate my mom. So perfect.
You can be
Yeah.
my first mommy.
How much
Yeah,
do
Be
you
my
hate
second and a
her?
half, mommy.
So, I don't like. I took this as like kind of a compliment, but also as like the biggest insult at the same time. These
Mhm.
girls came in. They're all like really young, cute girls, just turned 19, coming into the lounge. They're like, yeah, I can buy weed. Woo! And they just moved to Vancouver from the interior, which is where I always am. Like whenever I'm telling you guys, like I'm in the mountains, I'm like in Kelowna, which is like beautiful in my opinion. And then these girls are like, man, Vancouver is so fucking cool. Wow. And I was like, oh, where'd you guys come from? And they're like, yeah, we just moved here from Kelowna. And I was like, oh, I'm so jealous. I wish I could live in Kelowna. And they're like, oh no, you would hate Kelowna. I was like, oh, why? Like, oh, it's just full of families and old people. And I was like, yeah, that would suck. And I was like, oh my God, I've never felt so bad to be like 29 and a mom ever. Like, oh, whoa. But
You
yeah.
look like you do insert current popular fad. I was literally gonna do like a reference from like the 2000s. Like that's not relevant anymore.
That's my favorite bit of yours. Thank you.
Man, but man.
Who's
So
next?
yeah,
Do we have-
did you hear? They're replacing they're tearing down that They tore down the Robert E. Lee statue, and there was a time capsule.
No, that's not supposed to happen.
Shut the fuck up. I'm getting to the actual part of the joke. So they had a time capsule in the capsule. They took that out. They're going to replace that with another time capsule. The mayor said, I don't know what you kids are into these days, but I think we should fill it with fidget spinners and avocado toast. So they're actually
Is that a
hiring.
Mayor Cantrell joke?
This is my town, man.
Oh man.
Robert E. Lee. It's
Oh, that's
my
yours?
town.
Oh, dude, I
Yep.
want to replace it with a statue of Bobby Lee. Wouldn't that be the best? Wouldn't that
Oh my
be the
god!
best?
Oh my
dude?
god! Oh my
Wouldn't
god!
that
If
be
New
so
Orleans
great?
replaced their statue of Robert E. Lee with Bobby Lee,
Think
I'd
about
be
it.
back.
Because it's
I'd
like
be
because
back
it's like
using
a
it
because
every day, like this is
it's
worth
like
it to me.
he was on
Who
Mad
is
TV.
Bobby
He's
Lee?
he was on Mad TV. He's an Asian comedian guy, so it'd be hilarious. He's like
Oh.
he's like a fat old Asian man now. He'd just be a statue. So then we'd be commenting on the fact
He's a
that
ball
like
of joy.
yeah, he's pretty yeah, he's a ball of joy. It'd be funny because like it'd be a way to like remember we had a shit statue here, but also Bobby Lee is awesome. Like, because we need to remember that we were dickheads without having the statue of the dickhead. I think you know what I mean. So it's like it's a nice little half and half. Is that a pun or is that just dumb? Is that a name pun? Does that count as a pun?
Ooh, that's a rhyme.
It's just is it a rhyme? No, not a
It's
rhyme.
an off rhyme.
What, Bobby Lee and Robert E. Lee?
Oh no, I meant pun and dumb.
Oh, I wasn't actually okay.
I'll look up Robert. I'll
Hard
look up
kombucha.
Robert Lee.
Speaking of dumb,
Ugh.
Hey,
we've got
speaking of dumb, we got more comedians coming for you guys right now.
This old pile of
Amen.
this old pile of sad Canadian shit coming on down. She
You're gonna have to be more specific. There's two of us here.
He has a
uh,
girlfriend. He can't be
Yeah.
that side.
he has a girlfriend,
His
and
dick
it's
gets wet.
surprisingly not a bicycle he's fixing. Come on now.
Papa Wheelie.
Gross.
Why don't we just
No.
keep going with all the other generic social commentary? I'm a comedian. I'm depressed. I think I'm funny. Parental issues. Ah!
Okay,
Awesome,
fine.
brilliant, right.
I'll do it again.
shut
I'll
the
do it
fuck
again.
up.
I'll do it again. How about this? Our next comedian, this fucking sad sack of shit. He sits here every week on his fucking white leather couch. Who buys a white leather couch? Even if it's
It
fake
is a
leather.
bed.
Oh god, that's even worse. A fake leather bed rest. And he has the gall to sit here in his bed every week with a ring light on it or something, and still has the camera angle underneath his own chin to make him look like the villain from the new Dune movie. Fucking in every goddamn set he comes from, raise up the camera a little bit. Raise it up, glam shot. Do you ever wonder why all girls do selfies up here? Do you ever wonder why they do it where it's like the camera's pointing at their fucking forehead? Do you ever wonder why? Because they're hiding their triple chins. Come on down, bathtub boy.
I love you.
So I keep him going. Can I just give up my time and just hear Von Traeger have an aneurysm? I paid money for that.
Oh boy.
I don't know how to follow that. Still not the worst intro I've ever had. Bathtub boy, still not the worst.
Oh boy.
No, I think the worst was having worked in mental health for 4 years there. A friend of mine here in town basically said, Devin Flynn, he's the mental health guy. Devin Flynn, of course, cue awkward quiet clap, and people's like, I don't know what that means, but I feel like this guy's either going to share too many of his problems or he's the guy to go to with mine. Either way, I'm not doing that set tonight.
It's the middle of the day.
But I will talk about butt stuff because that's my wheelhouse. So, as Bontrager had mentioned, I got a girlfriend. She's a nurse, and that just leaves me rife with comedic material. For example, somehow in conversation, I think it was probably an open mic just like this. The term, wait, I need to see your guys' faces.
Hi.
The term rosebudding came up.
Oh God, don't.
Yeah.
You can stop.
I'm not surprised Abigail's laughing.
Oh God.
Some of you are looking confused,
Oh God.
and some of you are going straight to Google. Be warned. So, well, I'll just fucking tell you. So, rosebudding is when it's basically a prolapse asshole. We were talking about ivermectin, and this popped into my head as opposed to out my ass. Anyway, I mentioned that to my girlfriend, who basically she doesn't know as much shit as I do because I'm a comedian and I have an abundance of free time. She knew what this meant, and when I asked her, I gave her that weird look like, how the fuck do you know? Oh, I learned it in school. We're both learning a lot about each other, but not exactly what you would think. For example, I'm learning just how much shit nurses put up with, sometimes literally. She's learning how much free time I have on urbandictionary.com. Either way, we're okay with vanilla sex. Speaking of urbandictionary.com, there's still so much to learn out there. For example, even of all places, my mom. Very traditional woman, not very terribly conservative, but has a history. For example, there was one day she told me about rainbow parties, and I said, Mom, what's a rainbow party? I've never heard that. She said, oh, when we were younger, all the girls would go to a party, we'd put different colored lipstick on, and the guys would pull their pants down, and we'd blow them until they had a rainbow. And I was surprised for several reasons. One, I learned my mom partied way the fuck harder than I ever did. Two, I got to picture my mom's lips wrapped around some dude's fucking cock.
Woo!
Yeah. So when my mom first said rainbow party, yeah, Abby's like, I got an idea for my next hangout.
And then someone's like, I'm fucking out of here. It's Greg.
And somebody's like, I should buy my girlfriend some lipstick. Anyway, when my mom first said rainbow party, I pictured her like fucking a unicorn or something.
Mm.
You know, I turned out all right, but apparently my brother's a fucking fairy. I'm kidding, guys. I did not turn out all right. I'm a comedian. By the way, you wouldn't really know this, but that joke is so much funnier because I wrote it before I found out my brother started having gay sex.
Ha.
That's not even a bit. That's just hilarious for my own sense of satisfaction. So the world's a little crazy these days, and all this doom scrolling and whatnot, I think we can probably agree we need to get away from that for a little bit. So I've been trying to practice that whole meditation thing. Okay. Really, it's just mindfulness and just focusing on what's around you rather than what could be, what was in the past, etc. You know what I found out is the best place for this? The bathroom. Okay? Give it a try. So when you go to the bathroom, and after your cell phone has died and you've jerked off twice already and you've already read the contents of the shampoo container several times, try closing your eyes. Just close your eyes and just focus on the moment. Focus on your senses. So close your eyes, listen to the drip, drip, drip of the faucet. Feel the warmth of the toilet seat under your ass and just take a deep breath. And try to forget that you took a giant shit right when you got into the bathroom. So apparently, Nirvana and peacefulness smells a lot like Taco Tuesday.
Oh no.
In the moment, guys, being in the moment. It feels good, but it smells like shit. So the girlfriend said, I'm quiet in bed one day. There's a reason for that. When I was younger, I had two brothers. When I left high school, I did a volunteer program where I lived with 10 other people. And then I went to school, lived in residence. And then after that, I've had just roommate after roommate. I'm quiet in bed because I've learned to masturbate in silence.
Woo!
Yeah, I've learned to pull it like a prepubescent ninja. Mash the mute monkey, so to speak.
No.
I learned to choke the chicken without waking the rooster. Fiddle my drumstick without banging the drum. I can come like the quiet Karate Kid. Wax on, wax off. Okay. All I need, yeah, I got more for this. All I need is a locked door to slip away for some tight-lipped pickle tickle. Ladies, Abby, you guys can get in on the fun. No, you can get in on the fun too. It's not just men, okay? You know, masturbating in silence, the tight-lipped twat tickle, the muffled mash session, the clammed-up clit course, a little bit of quiet cunt cuddle. By the way, thesaurus.com emailed me. They're like, dude, you've been busy. Like, are you okay? Is everything good?
Quiet cuddle.
She's taking notes. Yeah, by the way, I
Never.
may have been kicked out of the comedy club, but I fucking killed it at Slam Poetry last night.
There was 2 people in the room, and it was him and
Killed
his
it.
friend.
Shut up, Dawn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Kathy's running out of juice, so I'll leave you guys with this. So, as you guys have probably noticed, I wear glasses.
Oh.
Yeah, shocker. This sucks when it comes to certain activities like dirt biking, snowboarding, motorboating. They just get in the way. I'll wait for your laughter. That's fucking clever.
No.
Clever. But especially like they're really annoying too when I go to the pool. You know that game Marco Polo? Every game becomes Marco Polo at the pool. In fact, it's really hard to find your friends without looking like you're doing a real shitty Asian impression.
Devin, I don't think that's why it's hard for you to find your friends.
Well, on the off chance that I can get my girlfriend to go to the pool, I got to be really careful because, you know, at the pool, I'm a straight guy. I like I like to look very casually. You know, I don't want to be creepy, but
well,
it's hard to be subtle when you have to squint.
You know what's really hard to be subtle about right now?
The fact that you ran the light, motherfucker. Jesus. Get the fuck out of it. You leave us on this? I said 30 seconds. You do a 30-second joke, and now you go into another 2-minute bit? Get the fuck out of here, boy.
I was just going to wrap it up. I'm going to leave you guys
Just going to wrap it up? Jesus.
30 seconds ever.
You're right, sir.
Let them bully you.
You're right, sir. The legacy will get more time because of your fucking bullshit.
All I can
oh my god, shut up, boy.
Devin having this creepy boner at the public pool. Like,
no, all I can picture is like a woman coming quietly. Disgusting.
All I can imagine is a woman coming quietly.
No. I guess I haven't, so it is an imaginary thing.
Oh, God.
You just speak so much about yourself when you don't mean to.
There's a reason I'm not welcome back at the pool.
Well, just the fact that you're phrasing it as like an impossibility that a woman could come quietly. Okay, I'm just saying.
Wait, it is, right?
You're just saying you're a screamer. It's all right. You just basically said, if you read in between the lines, that you're a screamer and that your neighbors hate it every time. Like, oh, Abigail's, because like literally, like we used to.
You think it's my neighbors?
Back home, my friends had a place in the city, so like we'd go over there and be like, oh, it's about like 11 o'clock, so we'd hit a bowl real quick and we'd hear like so we go outside and we just hear like just giving her the business, and she is screaming. And like, if you're outside, you can hear them on the whole block. So we're just like sitting on their front porch, just smoking a doob. Like, yeah, he's got good rhythm. She can scream a long time.
Drums and like really get into it.
Yeah, she can scream a very long time. Oh, he's going a different tempo
Ooh.
now. Oh shit. He slowed down.
Wow.
He's slowing down. Maybe I think he might have taken a bite of a
Seven.
Snickers, and then
Stefan, I don't know how to tell you this, but I think your girlfriend might be lying to you when she comes.
Oh, I love you. I'm like, I don't believe you.
Yeah, nope, never believe that.
Okay, so I was not kidding when I said I had to pee, and I always
Did
leave
you?
during Devin's set, so I didn't want to do it. So
Did I
I
make you
do
piss your
have
pants?
no,
It would have
no.
been fine.
But next week, listen, next week on the show, I am gonna go over my voiding diary with you guys. Whoever
Okay,
was
wait a sec. Before you go pee, you have to give our next comic the best intro of your life. That's your
But I
punishment.
don't want him to start without me. I just want you guys to just pause for 2 minutes and talk about dumb shit like you're
No,
always
just
doing.
just go pee. Just that's host pee
No,
during
Don,
people's
just
sets.
leave. Don, just leave. Just go. It's fine.
I'm not
Well, I'll keep it
leaving
going.
for
I'll
Lloyd's set.
Yeah, okay,
no,
fine. We'll
I'll bring
vamp
him
for
in. Just
2
go,
minutes.
go.
We'll vamp for
We're
2
good.
minutes.
We're-
No, we'll
we'll
vamp for
rant.
2
We'll
minutes. We're
rant.
so vamping. We're
Get outta
vamping.
here.
Oh my god,
Get
our
out of here.
chemistry is
Oh
so
my god,
great.
oh my god. So tell me more about this woman that was coming. How loud was
Anyways,
she?
how loud was she? That's what I'm saying. We could
How
tell
loud was she?
we could tell
How loud
we could tell she was screaming on the hit because he would change up the tempo. So she wasn't screaming the whole time. She was screaming on
Right,
the ba-pow, 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 because it was on the hit of hit,
Bow.
pull out, hit, pull out. And then there was a point where he'd slow down, grab a Snickers, and she's like, huh? She's trying to catch her breath. And then there's the second phase of where she's she can't, she's tired of screaming, but it's yeah. She's
Have you guys ever lost your voice after having sex?
she's almost pissed that she's screaming.
I feel like she felt the next day that she was at a Kendrick Lamar concert, just screaming.
It felt, but see, here's the thing. I don't know if it was such a huge event that it felt like it was every night of the week, or if it was just maybe once or twice a week, and we just felt like it was every night of the week because of how loud it was.
Well, when it's good, it's good.
It was very entertaining. It was all summer long. You know what I mean? It was a good summer fling. It's a real good summer fling.
Good summer fling.
Yeah, we had enough theories for it. Are we done vamping now? Can we just bring Lloyd up? He's been waiting so
Yeah,
patiently.
I don't care.
Okay,
Lloyd, are you done with us talking about
Dude,
that?
he's sitting all dramatic Dude, bring him up. Do it. Do it.
Oh my god.
Do
Oh
it.
my god. Okay.
Do it.
He has the lighting. He has the stamina. He has the persistence of any comedian that needs to be at this Zoom open mic every week. Please, everyone, give it up right now for Lloyd Legacy Sharp.
Lloyd Legacy Sharp, come on down. Come here. Thanks for coming.
Tired of us.
I wasn't gonna start this way, but it just feels like I need to take this moment to apologize to women everywhere for the fact that we as men exist. I'm not proud of it. And if you listen to my mother, who had her own issues, but she had a theory that if it could ever be proven that God made a mistake, it means God doesn't exist. God made man. I consider that a bit of a mistake. The very fact that I'm here talking to you is proof that there is no God. According to my mother. That's her logic. Talk to her. No, you can't talk to her. She can't defend herself. She's preoccupied at the moment, no longer being alive. And I know that sounds terrible, but there are some upsides. I play a lot of the video game, which you might be saying to yourself, oh, Lloyd, why are you playing video games for? Huh? You're an adult. I do what I want. You know why? Because I'm an adult. And while playing video games, sometimes you run into people that are younger than you and you beat them and they proceed to say, oh yeah, well, I fucked your mom last night. Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
My mom. I take great pleasure in telling these young adults that they are in fact necrophiliacs. I win by default for the rest of time. Have you ever not punched somebody in the face and then 8 months later thought, maybe I should have?
Yes.
Relatable. I'm not saying that violence is the answer. I'm just saying regrets.
It's a good
I've
answer.
had a few. Speaking of regrettable choices, anybody here ever been to Texas?
You know what?
Too many of you. Got it.
Yeah.
And that question felt different like 3 weeks ago. Now we really do see how much bigger everything is in Texas, including the fucking nerve. 20 years ago, I knew people who did nothing but invest in sound software, and even none of them had that much audacity. It's an old man's joke. Anyway, I've not been there yet, and not for the obvious reasons like the Cowboys or Joe Rogan. Or not even for the most obvious reason that I feel should be more prominent, the fact that the Houston Astrodome is just sitting there collecting tumbleweed like nothing ever happened there. Some of my favorite musicians had some of their most prominent performances in that building. Madonna, before she became famous for molesting Drake. Technically, it was the mid 80s. She wasn't molesting anybody back. She was much more like a virgin back then. Bad example. The Jacksons had their last performance of that era together in that building. Or if anybody's being honest with themselves at that point, Michael Jackson and his 4 brothers are much more relevant a decade prior. Selena had her last televised performance in that building. And if you're thinking, what do you mean, Lloyd? Selena Gomez still performs. I didn't say Selena Gomez. I said Selena. You know, the first one. And if you don't know how I'm talking about, well, guess what? I'm not dreaming of you tonight. Not why I haven't been there. I haven't been there because their flag has problems. It's missing about 49 other stars. That offends the patriot in me. But it does wonders for the rational human being in me. 1 star on a flag. If I had to give Texas right now a Yelp review, 1 Texas flag out of 5. 1 lone star. I believe there's a state for that. I actually spent an entire week in the South during August. I survived, so it could have been worse. I had to unlearn some of my more Boston tendencies while I was down there, though. I couldn't say things like pack the cat, have it, yeah. That doesn't work in Tennessee. It doesn't work in Alabama. It doesn't work in North Carolina. It shouldn't work in Boston. Has anybody ever been to Harvard University? Because if you have, you would know that pack the cat, have it, yard is a misleading cliche. It implies that there's available parking in Cambridge, Massachusetts. And if you ever come here, be warned. There are 2 rules of packing a car and having yard. You either can't or you don't. Before I go, I want to give you 3 words. Fuck dating apps.
Yeah.
I don't even want to hear about them. I am not on Tinder because even my self-hatred has standards. But because I have so many other poor unfortunate souls that I call Tinder having friends, I'm forced to never hear the end of it. And I now know that there's somebody out there in the Tinderverse with the 3-word bio that goes underrated sad boy. What? Okay. Is he underrated as a person for his potential because he's a sad boy, or are people underrating his ability to be a sad boy? This is confusing. And if you're wondering why would somebody underestimate somebody's ability to be a sad boy, I don't know. I don't know why underrated sad boy is a Tinder buyer. It doesn't make sense to you. It doesn't make sense to me. And we're all going to leave our house eventually. And we're going to proceed to die one day. And when we get to that point of dying, we're going to be no closer to figuring out what an underrated sad boy is. And that's why I'm not on Tinder. In closing, and I mean it, if anything I've said today sounds off color, Think about how I feel every February, being the whitest sounding person in the room, looking like the victim and sounding like the problem. But here in the public speaking universe, it's great because no matter what I say, it's fair. I look black enough to get away with it, but I sound white enough to make you listen. So thank you for doing that. I am actually done.
Yay!
Thanks for coming to the hot mess. Open mic. Open mic.
It's a
Comedy.
good thing that you're not on Tinder. You'd have those girls in Russia that have like the premium Tinder accounts flying to Massachusetts, like
I don't think you know how Tinder
Yeah.
out
works.
the flashy lights.
I'm not
I
sure
know
you
we
know how
do.
Tinder works.
Well, she
I
doesn't.
do know. How
Girls
do you think I've
from
matched with people in Scotland?
from Russia. Whatever. Anyways.
I mean, I didn't. No, I'm not. I'm not implying a Russian bride. Though that's just.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I mean, those would be fun. I wouldn't be mad.
I wouldn't be mad.
One of my first roommates was from Moldova, and the first time I met her, she gave me a bottle of Svedka, and she said, "If you don't drink this, then you're not a woman. And if you're not a woman, you're not woman enough for me." And we have been friends ever since.
You drank the whole bottle.
Yeah.
I got a bit. Everyone says a shoo-in. I think that's actually that's the beginning of a horror movie. Like, imagine if you got, like, someone's trying to close the door, right? And you get a shoe in to the crack. They can't fucking close that door. That's fucking terrifying, dude. Like, have you ever done that? Put your shoe into a door so someone can't get out? Do you do that?
I'm
You do that?
toxic.
You're toxic? What kind of shoe are you wearing? Is that what you wear, Doc Martens? Wait, was I just guessing and you are?
I'm so confused.
It was a riff.
Like, as always, but like.
It's a riff. Oh shit! Nailed it! Nailed it. You know who also nailed it? Our next comic. Who's up? Who's up next? I don't know who's up next.
It's Danny Bazangas.
Danny Bazangas.
Today.
Come on
I'm
down.
just trying to fucking recover from whatever is happening on this mic.
There you go.
Nothing.
Okay, you're all being judged, just so act accordingly.
No.
Wait, how many fucking cats do you have, bruh? 3?
One at the moment.
Oh, it
The
looked
other's
like.
around somewhere.
Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, I thought I saw another one. Extra cover the hot mess.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank everybody for letting me come out here. And this is brought to you by Chi-Chi Salsa, Bazongas and Chi-Chis. What a pair! I'm actually working on that as a plug to Chi-Chi's. I'll either end up with an endorsement or a cease and desist order. So it's gonna work either way, right? I really like seeing your the car ceiling you got there, Dawn. It reminds me of my first car, and it's really amazing because my first car and my first puppy, I had the puppy in the car. I had the AC runner written to the post office, and I see this puppy pulling the ceiling liner down, and I'm in the post office. Don't you do that? Don't you do that? And of course the dog's like, rip. It's like, do I get out of line and save half my liner, or just let him pull it all down and get my mail? I don't know. It was just nice reminiscence of my dog ripping my ceiling liner down. Thank you for that. And it's cool. Everybody like chugging beers in the middle of the day, man. I like that. I'm not judging. It's just that I can't do that anymore. I had to quit drinking a while ago because I got tired of waking up in handcuffs. And that may sound like, oh, well, you get arrested all the time, or you're into weird kinky shit. No. I would get drunk and put handcuffs on, and try and get out of them, and then pass out and wake up wondering why I had handcuffs on all the time. And I got so tired of that shit. It's like, you know what? I'm just not going to drink anymore. So it worked out pretty good. And it was weird because I was telling some Canadian people about the handcuffs, and they kind of blinked at me and said, well, what are handcuffs? Really, Canada? Handcuffs? No. And I don't want to put that past, like, a lot of people would say, well, Canada doesn't commit crimes. Yeah, they fucking do. But I'm wondering, in Canada, are you that polite that when the police are chasing you and yell stop, you actually stop and go, fuck, you got me. Damn it, buddy. I was 2 houses away. I was almost home too, man. You almost didn't get me, man. Jeez. Or, they show up at a bar fight and they just start grabbing people, filming the car. 2 minutes for fighting. 2 minutes for fighting. come out. You guys good? Yeah, all right, man. So go back in. Don't make me come back out here. Such a lovely police interaction up north. It's got to be great. All right, I want to tell y'all about my new superpower. I have a new superpower. It is dyslexia.
Yay!
My superpower is dyslexia because with my superpower, I can make basic into bacon. Basic into bacon. I can give a brain to Brian. I can make a drain for Brian, and I can turn a caps lock into a cock slap.
Hell yeah.
On occasion, I've turned Dave Parsons into a parsnip, and I've don't know how to brag about this, but I've always given Bond Trader a raging boner. It's just every time. I think we all have a little bit of that superpower. I think maybe we've all given him a raging boner at one time.
I wish.
Yeah, he's an acknowledgement. He's cool. He's like, yeah, man. They go lie about my raging boners. It's all good. So, and another thing was brought up. It's like how we always want to brag about something we didn't do and get praised for it and shit. Like if someone posts like, hey, I watched every episode of this show, and someone's always got to come in with, I didn't watch one episode of that shit. Praise me. Give me praise and accolades because I didn't watch a show I didn't want to watch. Yeah. And then start a whole fucking support group of, hey, did you watch that show? Hell no. Me neither. Cool. Let's be friends and not watch shit. Fuck, I don't get it, man. Brag about not doing something. Unless, you quit smoking and you didn't have a cigarette today, then we'd be proud of you because most of us can relate how hard that is to do. That is an accomplishment. Not watching Walking Dead doesn't do it. Or if you said, I can't watch American Horror Story because it's too scary, and you didn't watch it because you wanted to, that's different, man. We got to go in a whole different ball of wax on that. We got to get into that. So did you ever notice, like, sometimes when you want to do something to better your life, you got a friend that'll just make it about them, It's like, hey, man, I think I'm going to quit drinking. And they'll go, good, more beer for me. Or, you want to, become a vegetarian. Good, more meat for me. Or if you, come out of the closet, tell them you're gay, and you're like, good, more pussy for me. Nah, dude, there's gonna be more dick for both of us, man. You know what I mean? Right. So, like, I'm sorry if there's a little noise going on. I'm getting some construction done upstairs. We're getting the kitchen redone, and we had to go buy new appliances. I don't understand these new appliances. Why do they all need Wi-Fi? Why does a dishwasher need a Wi-Fi? What is it gonna do? Netflix and chill with the microwave? Is it going to play Fortnite with the oven? Why does a dishwasher need Wi-Fi? I don't get it. Oh, but the fridge. I know why the fridge has Wi-Fi, and I'm loving this because my fridge will tell me how long ago I bought something, send me shopping list, and at 2 a.m, I can text my fridge and say, "Yep, you up? Ooh, show me what you got." Ooh, and then send me a picture of what's in the fridge. Oh, cheesecake. You're a naughty Samson. Something like that, Bart. Okay. I hit the brakes on my car the other day, and this big light came on that said abs. It's like, fuck you, car. Quit stressing me to work out. Okay, 1 minute. My friends told me about this Ramadan cake. I gotta try it, man. They're like, and I'm not a stranger to cake. I am a big fan of cake. If you got a new cake, I want to try your new cake. So they tell me about this Ramadan cake. You really got to try it. Go to this bakery in Hartford, Connecticut. Ask for the Ramadan cake. So I go to the place, ask for the Ramadan cake, and the guy hands me an empty box. I'm like, well, what's the deal? He says, my friend, Ramadan is 30 days of fasting. Oh, you knew that, and you just hand me the fucking empty box anyway. You couldn't just said that before. Actually, initiating the got you of that whole, and it's like, I was so pissed that I was got, but it was so good at the same time. It was a wash, So, man, I bought up all the baklava they had and brought it back to work. And they're like, hey, is that baklava? No, that's called fuck y'all because you didn't clue me in on your jokes and shit. All right. Let's see. Is that my time? Or can I my good time? Okay, good. Thank you. My time.
Yay!
Thanks for coming to the hot mess.
You multiplied to 2, Bone Trader. 2 now. They just keep going.
I'm so happy to see you back.
Yay! Thank you so much for coming back, Danny.
Woo.
I'm also very happy.
Give it up for the Delta variant for bringing Zoom comics back to Zoom comedy.
Delta Moo, Delta Moo,
From
Delta
your
Moo,
local super
Delta
spreader, you're
Moo,
welcome.
Delta Moo.
I forgot about the crew that doesn't like cake, and I'm sorry, but I have to tell you this. Good, more cake for me.
I actually got
That's
into
how it's
like
supposed to end it.
I actually got into getting cake, and then you freeze it in the freezer, and then it's like a cake chip. I don't know. It's like a cake thing. It's like hard, and you're like,
Yeah,
anyways.
you can
it's,
cut it into more like shapely pieces.
You know who's also hard? Our next comic.
Is he?
I don't know who's next.
I gotta know.
It's Tristan.
Thanks for coming to the hot mess.
I knew it was Tristan. I just
You
wanted to know
okay?
if he was hard.
Jesus, yeah. Abigail's had a whole beer.
I was hard until you asked.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, that's okay. I am actually bottomless. That's the actual truth. I'm in my home. What am I gonna fucking? Yeah, well, there's no consequences. All right. Yesterday was my birthday.
Happy
and,
birthday, Tristan.
Thank you. It was it started out really fun. Yeah, like it was a lot of people were like very nice to me and sent me like really wonderful messages. And then everyone's favorite comedian died midway through the day.
Yep.
Which is a real rough way to find out that I'm not everyone's favorite comedian. That's I feel like no one would be okay with that joke.
Yeah, you'd be so happy.
Alrighty. All right, Bontrager, you saw this last night. I'm trying to remember jokes I used to do. So this is no, you didn't see this part. Okay. I used to have a writing partner. Like years ago, I used to have a writing partner at Second City, and we're very good friends. And for the story, you need to know that my writing partner was white. You have to know that. Okay. We're very good friends. And one day we're just like talking about our past experiences like growing up. He grew up in Wisconsin, and he's talking about one day where he's he's at his like granddad's home, in their big gigantic almost mansion on a farm, and he's just going up in the attic just having fun. And all of a sudden, he's like a young kid, and he opens up one of the trunks in the attic, and he sees a children's book, and it's a children's book about the family horse. The family had a horse. They created their own children's book. They had their own children's book dedicated to the horse. Now, for the story, like I said, you need to know my friend is white. The horse, also for the story, you need to know that horse is black. So my friend pulls out this the story about the family horse that he never got to meet. Long story short, it's called Nigger the Horse. That's the actual truth. The family named the horse the N-word. I could not make this up. And the family just they made their own children's book about Nigger the Horse, giving lessons to children, delighting the children of that book. And I don't really know what lessons Nigger had to teach, but it was this is a real thing that happened. And it's very weird to have a white person tell you a story about finding a book called Nigger the Horse where they can't actually say the word, so you got to just act out the N-word, which is a very weird thing to watch somebody do. And then it's also even crazier to me. It's think about that family's perspective, because they made a children's book. They made it that was supposed to be a children's book. So at some level, someone thought it could get published. I don't want to go to that. I want to see that person's head to be like, I wish I could have been them being like, I don't see why we keep getting rejected. We went to Random House, we went to Penguin Publishing. They're not taking our book about Nigger the Horse. What did we do wrong? I can't see it. No, Bontrager, he didn't. Actually, he may have taken pictures. He didn't show them to me, and I'm thankful that he did it. So that'd be a horrible thing. All right, I haven't done that joke in 3 years. I don't know if it's any good. But it's just I don't know what to do with that joke. It's in me, and now you have to hear it too. I have another joke about horses that I also remember even less than the first joke I said. I hate whenever horses are cops. That's a real thing. If you ever see a police officer on horseback, you're looking at two cops. That's insane to me. For real, the horse is the police officer. The officer is shitting in the street right now. You want me to respect that cop? Honestly, I feel like, I don't know. I think if there were less horses on the police force, there'd be more free minorities from jail. That sounds like a crazy threat. Let me explain it, all right? Because here's the thing. If you ever, all right, I gotta act like I didn't see that comment. Abigail.
Abigail, Jesus.
I should, this is, okay, yeah, I did my favorite mic in the world yesterday for my birthday, and now the day after my birthday, I do my least favorite mic in the world. No, okay. I like most of you. Not Dawn, because you weren't there for several weeks.
How
Oh,
dare
yeah,
you go
yeah.
to jail?
How
Oh, wait, were
dare
you
I?
in jail? Did I miss that? Was that actually?
No, I wasn't. But I was in
Okay.
The
court. I
courthouse,
was in
close
court.
enough.
So will you go to jail soon? I know a lot of people who said they wanted
No,
to go to jail
no,
and then
no. Well,
found a
look,
way in.
I only engage in battles that I know I can win, Tristan. I'm not stepping
Okay.
into a courthouse unless I'm planning to step out of it.
Alrighty. I hope you got your child support. Anyway.
Oh, I think it's late today.
You just made
All
her.
right,
You
we're
just
gonna go back to
reminded
my
her to
police force story.
harass someone. That's so funny.
All right, so okay. Anyway, if there were less horses on the police force, there'd be more free black people from jail. All right, and I know that sounds crazy, but if you think about it, like if you ever see any documentary about the police or any Dateline episode about the police, they always have the exact same scene. They always have a scene where like the camera shows the evidence room, and there's always like some grizzled cop saying, we collect all this evidence from crime scenes, all this DNA evidence, but we can't test it. We don't have the money. We can't afford to test all this DNA evidence that we collect from years of crime scenes. Yeah, you can. Stop buying horses. That's how you get the money to test all this DNA evidence. Like, stop buying horses. Because here's the thing: instead of buying horses, like every time a murder happens, they collect all this evidence, and then like, all right, well, we got this evidence. We can't buy it because we spent all the money on horses. And they're like, you know what? We should just blame the first black person we see, and that's why everything is okay. That's again, I feel like from Abigail's reaction, this isn't a good joke. Yeah, this is okay. All right. Whitest girl you know. Why did everyone go with weird names but Von Traeger? You didn't change your name at all.
It's because I have host powers. I changed
Well,
everyone's name.
oh, you did that. But you made
Yeah.
okay. You made Dawn the whitest girl you know, and Kevin. What is Kevin the Cube?
It's a Fortnite reference.
Okay. Okay.
She has purple hair. The cube is purple. It's a whole thing.
Wonderful. Why did I ask?
Because
Dawn,
you
why
wanted to
are you
ruin
in
the
a
mystique.
why are you in a kidnapping van right now? Like the van looks real bad. Like
That's
it
her
looks
car.
like
She had to downgrade her
someone
car.
was molested there. I don't know who was molested, but it looks like someone got molested in that van.
Yeah. Oh, so you weren't here when I made the original joke, but I said that this is the truck that I try to escape from when Jay abuses me.
Oh, so you're just paying it forward. Okay, I
Yeah.
get it. This is oh god, I mean, I didn't want to make that joke, but I was like, if Don made that joke, maybe I can get away with it. Still didn't work. This is oh boy.
No, actually, so this truck is like a 1994 Explorer, and it was used to like, carry lumber and shit. So like in the last 30 years, it's gotten ripped up.
It still can drive after 30 years. Bravo.
And we love this truck. Takes us everywhere.
Okay, well, Abigail, that feels better. I'm glad we both know
No, it
black
was
people.
just that.
All right. I'm gonna do my one black neighborhood joke, and I'm gonna dedicate it to Abigail. All right.
Is it
okay,
also a pegging joke?
Yes. I'm from Chicago. Yeah, I've lived here most of my life. And what the fuck? Okay, yeah. One of my favorite things about Chicago is all the unwritten rules Chicago has. We got a lot of unwritten rules. And my favorite unwritten rule is that you can't eat ketchup on a hot dog. That's the one thing that's kind of true in Chicago. You can't eat ketchup on a hot dog, even if you're from out of town. You're not allowed to eat ketchup on a hot dog. You can shoot a 12-year-old, but you can't eat ketchup on a hot dog. That's the one thing we do in this city. But can we all admit, even if you're not from Chicago, can we all admit in this room that is a white rule? All right, like that's a rule for only white people to follow. Tell a black person you can't eat ketchup. I want to watch you tell any black person they can't eat ketchup. Because like I said, I'm from Chicago, all right? Like I've lived here most of my life. And over the years, I've seen my neighborhood change. I grew up in a predominantly black neighborhood. Everything was black owned. It was really wonderful. And over the years, I've seen my neighborhood get very gentrified. All the black owned businesses became white owned businesses. A lot of stuff shut down. And it's been kind of like crazy and sad to see. This is an actual true story. This is an actual true story. My childhood hospital, the place where I went to for various illnesses growing up, the place that healed me of a lot of sicknesses, the diagnosed conditions. My childhood hospital is now a McDonald's. I have lost everything. All right, you're not taking away the fucking ketchup. That's the one thing I need. All right, that's it for me. I give up. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming to the hot mess.
We're a powerful
Ben.
crew. We can make him give up. We can make people give up.
Yeah, that's because this is the hot mess open mic, not the Laugh Factory.
Is that a real
Which is
place?
much worse.
Yeah.
We have options for people to give up. The Laugh Factory makes you want to actually give up.
Yeah, the Laugh Factory's a
Speaking
real
of, I'm
place.
performing there on Sunday,
I
the
tried to.
19th.
I signed up for an open mic.
Nobody wants
Yeah.
free tickets.
Yay, Tristan!
What's the show?
The moment that
It's
I'm
the
allowed.
Chicago Laugh Factory.
Yeah, the Chicago Laugh Factory. Yeah,
What's the show?
It's worse. It's actually worse. It's yeah.
You're more than welcome to fly me out. It'll be fine.
What's the show called, Tristan? Which one is it?
I don't know the name. It's the one Derek Strong produces. He just started it. It's a fat themed show, so I don't know that I want to be on.
Jesus.
It's called All You Can Eat. That's it.
God damn it. Can people stop?
Like, I felt good about myself until I got booked for that show. I was like, okay, I haven't lost nearly the weight I thought.
Why is it gotta be a? Why is it always gotta be a thing? Can't it just be a comedy thing? Can we just have a comedy show?
No.
I miss comedy.
Why does it have to be a theme? It's fat
Comedy's
people.
not
The fat
real.
people comedy show.
Abigail.
Tonight's the bearded comedy
Okay.
show.
Last
Yes.
time I saw you, you were in a train, or like a bus or train station.
Yeah.
Where did you go, or where? Yeah, where you? Yeah.
Oh,
where were
so
you?
I was in DC for a couple of
Yuck.
days, like throughout the weekend. Yeah.
What's in DC?
Nothing anymore. I'm
What
single.
happened?
Oh, okay.
Oh, so I messaged an ex through
boy.
email because he was blocked on everything else, and it was I hadn't seen him or talked to him in over a year, and then he was like, "Oh, hey, I'm in DC," and I was like, "Oh, that's close." And
Oh.
he bought me
Oh,
a
boy.
ticket within that hour, so I went to do that.
Congrats. It sounds like it
Thanks.
went pretty bad.
No, it was good. It was a good visit, but it was definitely just like we didn't hash out any of the things that we probably fucking should have.
So how long
Yeah,
did
no one
you?
ever actually gets closure.
No, I don't think we're ever gonna be those people.
So how long did you walk around the aviation museum?
To fly away from my problems?
No, I was just making a joke that you're so boring. Like everyone just like, what else did it do in Washington D.C.? Aviation museum and like what? D.C. Hard Rock Cafe. Where are we going? Like where are we going?
Sorry, I was having.
Tom.
Oh shit! Right.
I
was
went
trying
to the
tell you-
Natural History Museum, the
Oh, that one can
coolest
be
place
fun.
in DC.
You know who's also the coolest place in D.C.? Thomas Dykes.
That's
What,
nice.
me and these walls that look like I'm still in Guantanamo? I'm never painting. I really should paint these walls. This
You
was
should paint
really
them
bad.
pink just to
It
be
looks
weird.
like
Yeah.
I need help. I just don't,
you
you
need
know.
help though. It's
I
okay.
one, I don't need help. Two, I'm lazy and like I'm not the
No,
person who
just
painted
do
these
it.
walls Gitmo blue like my roommate did, and then I had to like kick them out after my roommate tried to kill my other roommate, and then now we're here, and I'm in here again, and it's nice. So anyway, I was supposed to have jokes. I was last June. I was at the George Floyd rallies in Lafayette Park, in DC, which could have just been one thing to do if you want to do something cheesy, just go stare at the White House. But like it was mostly black, and there were like 5 or 6 white people interspersed in the crowd. And then something happens that makes me just like be straight embarrassed to be white. Like I was embarrassed to be white. 2 of the white guys start fighting at the protest, and it's just the most awkward fucking thing. Because it's like I'm watching them fight, and all the black people are watching them fight, and some of the black people are staring at them, and some of the black people are staring at me. Like I don't know them. Like I don't know who these people are. Why would I know? I'm Jewish. They're Gentiles. They're not in my Rolodex. I don't have a clue who these random white guys are who are fighting at the protest. Okay, I haven't been here for a while, so I can go do some other jokes that I haven't done yet. DC's completely gentrified. Like it's over. It's over. Like I'm not me. I'm gentrifying Greenbelt, Maryland, which in the name Greenbelt, Maryland gives you a hint. Nobody cares. But DC itself has been gentrified. And I know for sure it's been gentrified because I've been asking white girls out on picnics to Malcolm X Park. Like that's how you know it's over. Like there's no possible way there could be anything left. If I'm being like, hey, you want to go to Malcolm X Park? It's just done. It's done. I will try that again in front of a crowd of black people from DC, and we'll see how that goes. Fuck else. So I was reading Arnold Schwarzenegger's like bodybuilding guide. So I wanted to get like big muscles, and it's like, which as you can tell is like clearly working out. And like he was talking about the importance of like psychological intimidation in bodybuilding competitions. Like he was hanging out with this guy, and this guy was just like, "Hey Arnold, watch!" And he just starts like flexing his back muscles. He starts like flaring out his back muscles, and Arnold gets intimidated. And then the guy just keeps flaring his back muscles out like more and more and more. And the more he flexes his muscles, the more and more Arnold gets intimidated. And I'm reading this and like, is this gay porn? Like, is this what happened? Where was like the segue? Like just straight in, he just goes from advice to this is some gay porn straight back to advice. It was like just in and out. You know, there should be a better punchline about in and out and has something to do with gay sex, but I don't have it yet.
Gay sex.
Gay sex. Fine, we'll do that joke. So, well, no, this is the story about how I didn't have gay sex, though. I will say that. So, like, I went to this like fet thing because I was like curious. And there was this guy there. Anyway, this is the story about how I know I'm not gay. Anyway, dude, this guy, like 6'1", like Division I college wrestler, like 20 years old. He has every single muscle you can have. Like he had muscles. I didn't know you could have muscles there. He had like muscles on his eyeballs. And like he wants to play, right? So I'm like, okay, how about I try to pin you down and you try to pin me down and kiss me? And he's like, I get to kiss you? At which point I learn he's bi, which is important to the story. And like, as we start, like there was this party going on around us at the start, right? But like, as we start wrestling, I start to notice the entire party kind of grinds to a halt so they can all come watch us. And like, I'm like selling the shit out of this, right? Because like, I do not want this giant fucker to kiss me, right? See, look at my use of the Zoom space. But he's got me like pinned on my side. I'm like, I can't. Yeah. Red. And I say red. Oh, hey, I was hot though. There's nothing wrong with me being pinned on my side by a bi dude who's trying to kiss me. I consented. Anyway, I don't know if this story is going to a weird place, but I said red and we disentangled and I stood up and I shook his hand. And that was it. Like, and that's how I know I'm not gay, because I feel like that story ending sucks. Like I should have gone back to his place, sucked his dick, let him come in my mouth and say, thank you, daddy. But I didn't do that. And that's how I know I'm not gay. Like that's how if there was any chance that it was going to happen, it was going to be there, right? Like, and then the only reason I didn't, because like I felt like I didn't want to, which is a dumb fucking reason. We all went through 2020. Who hasn't sucked a dick by now, right? Like, isn't that something that binds all of us? Okay, well, I guess this joke wasn't a good idea. Oh well. So like, I would have fucked David Bowie. I would have fucked him. Not now. I'm not a necrophiliac, but I would have fucked Bowie. And like, it's not clear why, because like, you know, maybe if it was like 1965, that's fine. But like, by the time I came around, David Bowie was like this septuagenarian with shitty teeth from space. Like, what? You know, there's no reason. Why would I? Okay. Is there anything else? Oh, we've reached peak Bitcoin. There's just too much Bitcoin. And I know there's too much Bitcoin because there's gas station Bitcoin. That's excessive and unnecessary, right? It's ridiculous. And also it's just fucking dumb. Like if we're going to do gas station Bitcoin, let's do it right, okay? Does everybody here know what an NFT is? I'll pretend you do. An NFT is a Bitcoin crossed with a shitty picture on a shitty website, right? That's fucking useless. Who the fuck needs a shitty picture on a shitty website? This is what we should do. We should package a bit like 0.01 Bitcoin and like package it with a gram of crack and make it crack coin. And that's what we can sell at the gas stations, right? Wouldn't that just make life better for everybody? It would just be so much more convenient. You get your gas station Bitcoin and your crack at the same place. Or you know what? Let's just make it even weirder, because I'm going to end on something that's not going to get a laugh, but I don't give a shit. Go to Japan, go to get those used schoolgirl panties they sell in the vending machine, sell that with 0.01 Bitcoin, call it perv coin. Won't anybody think of the perverts? Won't anybody think of the perverts? Okay, I think I'm done, and I'm gonna go check this link out from Dawn that I saw here. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for coming.
My buzz went away.
Thanks for coming.
So,
Do the
okay,
hot
first of all, that
nails.
link is mostly for Bond Trigger to make fun of. But speaking of hell, okay, so needles.
Speaking of hell.
So I work on the downtown east side with lots of crack addicts and heroin addicts, and so I was
What is your
standing
life?
at the yeah, I know. I ask myself that a lot too. A lot. But I live in a cool part of town and work in a cool part of town. And I was at the bus stop, and this guy on a bicycle went by, and his needle, like full needle, unused needle, dropped out of his pocket. And so I'm like, oh, hey, man, hey. And I'm like trying to like call out to him to come back because I know that like this is valuable shit to him. But like I'm not gonna chase after him or anything. So then I'm like, okay. So I like kind of kick the needle to the side so that's not in the middle of the sidewalk. And then he did come back like a couple of minutes later. I was like, hey man, hey man. I was like so excited. Like I was like, hey, you
Hmm.
dropped something. And then he's like, oh man, thank you so much. Like, oh my night would have been fucking ruined, man. Thank you so much. I was like, yeah, cheers, man. And then like as soon
He
as he
offered you a
left,
bump.
no, but just as soon as he left, I was like, did I do like a good or a bad thing just
Hmm.
now? Like,
You're an enabler.
but like also, what would have happened if he didn't get that? So I think about like a lot, but then because of the fentanyl crisis here, I'm also like, man, oh fuck, man, what if I just killed that guy by showing him that syringe and oh man, it was fucked. Very, very weird state of the world that I live in. What did I do? Did I do wrong? Did I
Oh
do
I mean,
no,
he was
wrong?
gonna
I am
find it.
not the
He was already
moral
back in the spot
person.
that you were at. He was gonna find the needle.
Well, I suspect that if I hadn't kicked it aside, someone else would have found it. There are like literally 5,000 addicts living on that same street within a few blocks.
Holy fuck. That is a lot of dolphins. They are angry.
They're not angry. They're escaping a pack of killer orcas. The orcas are coming to murder all those dolphins.
It's about damn time.
Right? Fucking dolphin. Those,
Not the
dolphins are
dolphins.
rapists. We all know that.
Yeah, obviously
Canadian
they are.
news.
But like they also like form emotional attachments.
Are you in love with a dolphin?
Not yet.
Well, I
Where'd you
like
go
this
to
for
meet
you.
a
Any day
dolphin?
now.
Where'd you
I
go to
want I
meet a
want you to
dolphin?
find your dolphin Bo, or
Thank
or
you.
Belle. Yeah.
Thank you.
There
Or
actually is okay, years ago in college I read a blog about fucking dolphins. This is a real thing that existed. I can try to look it up, but it was a dude giving advice on best ways to fuck dolphins. Usually like in a foot and a half of water, is what works best for you. And then it's better to go male human to female dolphin as opposed to the other way around. So sorry, it's not great. Anyway, I'm gonna try to find that link. Give me a second.
because you have to fuck their
Yes, please.
blowholes, or like if it's a dude, like
What's that?
you
Well,
have to
yeah,
fuck
I
the.
guess it's just easier for like a dick to go into like a human dick to control how it goes into the dolphin vagina as opposed to letting a dolphin control how it goes into your vagina. Because who knows how a fucking male dolphin's gonna react to a human lady. They may not, like they may not have like delicacy. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I feel informed.
You
I
are.
feel horny.
I wish I felt horny. What's wrong with
on the
I'm over Don. I can make that
Is
happen.
Peggy doing a set?
I don't
She's
think
here.
so.
No, that's
Peggy.
Danny. That's Danny Bazongas.
Oh.
So
okay.
so Dawn, on
Hi.
the female sexual function index, how you doing today? 1 to 5. What are we doing? How you doing today?
What the fuck is
You
a
know-
female? I'm sorry, I'm not dumb, but what the
Okay,
fuck is
no,
that?
just look it up, Thomas. Just
Shut the
look
fuck
it
up. On last week's
Educate
episode,
yourself.
we discussed it, so don't worry about it. It's
Okay.
our
Don't
audience
worry,
knows
Tom.
about it.
So basically,
It's a
have to
brief,
be in
multi-dimensional scale for assessing sexual
and do
function in women.
avoiding diary.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm a 3 on the Kinsey scale.
That's not what we're asking.
I know.
I really
I
appreciate
think
Kinsey.
today I am like at 2.5 out of 5 because
Okay.
brought me lots of hot tea and food throughout this night, which is very sweet. And I feel like, yeah, maybe I could muster up some fucking
That was actually my
hormones
riff.
here. But typically, it's difficult.
That was actually my
and-
joke.
But,
They're like,
but I'm also,
five's too high. 2.5, 2.3, that sounds about right. Five, that's a huge scale for women. I don't know, that's too much. They never go up
Oh.
to a 5. Let's
I'm
pull.
normally about a
Abigail's
4
on
or
a
a 5.
5.
I'm on a 5
Yeah,
right
me
now.
Anyway, good news,
Take
everyone. I
notes.
found the blog. I haven't looked at it since I was in college. So if you
Oh,
want to follow
God.
that link,
You do
A
what?
blog.
I found the blog that I was looking for. I haven't looked at it since I was in college. But if you want to follow that link, you can learn about
Oh,
that
boy.
guy's sex
Oh,
with
it's the
dolphins.
Wayback Machine. You're fancy.
But this, someone mentioned Kinsey. I just really appreciate that back in the 50s in Indiana, there was some guy that said, well, in order to research fucking, we all have to start fucking each other. Okay, let's start fucking each other. And he
It's
just started
called
fucking everybody.
research.
Like just
I
for
love that you said.
science.
I love that you said someone
That's
mentioned Kinsey. As
not
if we don't know
exactly
it was
what
Abigail.
Kinsey did.
It could only be Abigail who had mentioned Kinsey.
Why?
Someone.
Well,
So what have we
I
learned? What have
did
we learned
study
today?
sex in college.
Kevin the Cube,
Wait, that's
whitest
true. I
girl
didn't
you
that.
know.
Okay, that's
What have we
cool.
learned today? We gotta wrap this up. What have we learned today?
You know what I've learned is that I hate when men talk, but I can endure it whenever I'm drunk.
But you also get
Are you
really
drunk?
red when men start yelling.
I love it when they yell.
Okay,
I
Dawn.
hate it when they talk.
All right, Dawn. What have you learned today?
I've learned Greg is still as intolerable.
Oh my
as
god!
There we go. There we go.
Greg, oh my
What
god,
did Greg do?
just stop doing comedy. Just quit.
So is
Just
Devin.
fucking quit. Thomas, don't laugh. But Greg.
I wish I'd have seen Greg's set.
I wish I'd seen Greg
I
set.
love
This
Greg.
sounds like
You
fun.
can
I mean, it was
you can
funny.
look on Twitch. It's streaming on Twitch. Slime
Oh,
underscore
right.
cleric. Yeah. All the kids can watch
I
it.
love Greg. I actually love Greg's comedy. I've learned that I should learn a lot. Everyone said
Yeah.
is very American, and I have no fucking idea what any of your references are. And if I cared enough, I'd write them down and Google it, but I don't. Whew. So I learned nothing.
Do you have celebrities in Canada?
No, we take them all. We have Ryan
Norm
Gosling.
Macdonald was one.
We took Norm and we killed
have
him.
like
And
here's that guy, Ryan Reynolds or something.
yeah, I just said we took
You got
them.
a lot of
Is
celebrities.
that guy?
We take them all.
Michael J. Fox. Yeah, you've got a ton of celebrities.
Yeah,
They're
but
all white.
Yeah,
Will
but
Arnett. but
they're all
yeah.
white and they're men
Yeah.
and they all move here.
And then Drake.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and
Drake.
Yeah.
So
Drake,
half.
is he
Okay.
wearing blackface? No.
Jackson.
No. Fucking fuck Degrassi. You're not allowed to make a star from Degrassi. I don't agree.
Well, nobody gives a fuck about his Degrassi anymore. They give a fuck because he's like been on top of the charts for as long.
Oh, I
feels
thought
like
that's
as
why
long as
everyone
I'm
likes him
alive.
so much.
So
They like him because of
bizarre.
Degrassi.
Nobody cares about any of it.
Yeah?
My kids are currently watching Degrassi, particularly Marshall, because I refuse to talk to him about anything that Degrassi talks about. But
You should
it's all stuff that
probably
he should
maybe
probably
teach
learn.
your kids that they shouldn't do